Let's look into the latest methods of the Leapwork plugin. Apart from running active schedulers, checking for an active license, and running any Leapwork API via curl commands, the latest methods, get run IDs and run items, can process this information for TestRail, Jira, and X-Ray and notify the details in Slack and email. Here's a quick recap on the Select Scheduler method. Just select an active scheduler from the drop-down. Create a plugin account if not created already. Enter any variables if required. The Check for License method checks for an active license. The Run curl command runs any Leapwork API via a command. Check out our plugin documentation section for the Leapwork API documentation link. Select any API endpoint from their documentation and copy the curl command. Insert another Leapwork action and select the Get Run Item IDs method. Enable the code section for the Run ID parameter and utilize the Run ID from the previous step. Insert another Leapwork action and select the Get Run Items method. Enable the code section for the Run Item ID parameter and utilize the Run Item IDs from the previous step. Insert a TestRail action and select the Add Test Run method. Select a TestRail account, project, and enter the test run name, description, and test case. Insert a command line action and include a getIsts function that collects the TestRail test details. Check out how simple it is to use JavaScript and execute a TestRail API that returns the lists of tests associated with the test run. Insert another TestRail action and select the Add Test Result method. Select a TestRail account, test run ID, test ID, and status of test execution, and enter any comments if required. Use our Jira plugin to automatically raise an issue in Jira if the test fails. Insert a Jira action and select the Create Issue method. Select a Jira account, project, and issue type, and enter the summary and description if required. Let's map the Jira bug to TestRail. Insert another TestRail action and select the Add Test Result method. Enter all the details, scroll down to the defect parameter, toggle the code layer and map the Jira ID. Let's integrate with X-Ray now. Insert an X-Ray action and select the Create Execution Result method. Select an account and Jira project ID, and enter the summary, description, timestamp, Jira username, comments, status, and associated Jira item number of the test. Insert additional actions for Slack and email in order to get notifications. Let's save the test and execute it. The Check License APIs returns the number of remaining license in days. The Run call command executes a sample agent API and returns back the details of the Leapwork agent. Get Results checks the connection type of Leapwork and shows that the tests ran on browser stack. The Run scheduler's response contains the Run ID. This Run ID helped us to retrieve the Run Item IDs from Leapwork. These Run Item IDs are nothing but the IDs of individual tests. Get Run Items methods cycle through the Run Item IDs and returns back the details of each test. It contains details like the timestamp, duration, and status of tests. Let's look into the TestRail results. Add Test Run returns back the unique test run ID. The getTests method returns the test cases that are associated with the test run as an object. The TestRail plugin updates the test run status and details based on the test run ID and test case ID. Jira plugin creates an issue in Jira if there was a failed test and the bug ID gets associated with the sample failed test in TestRail. Let's head back to TestRail. You can see that Leapwork's test information is visible under the test run description. One test has been passed as expected. The second test fails as expected. It has the Jira bug ID that got created in runtime. Here's the X-Ray result that seems to have been reported to X-Ray. Our Slack and email plugins ran successfully as well. Let's check the details of our X-Ray results within the X-Ray UI. We have designed it in such a way that X-Ray test execution will fail if any of the Leapwork tests had failed. The details of the test are appended as fields. Our pipeline is created in such a way that we get notified via Slack and email whenever there's a bug or failure. Here's our Slack notification containing the number of tests that were passed and failed along with links to X-ray and TestRail. We have the same information in the email as well. This is how easy it's to use Kaholo and run schedulers of Leapwork. Automatically wait till they are executed. Fine. Update the Leapwork test results to TestRail and X-ray. Raise a bug for failed tests in Jira. Send custom notifications like TestRail/X-ray URLs via Slack, email, etc. Thanks for watching.